Well, hello, students. I hope you're having a fantastic day. My name is Jay, and welcome to another English lesson. Today, I have a read and repeat story that I am going to read with you at a very slow pace to give you the opportunity to shadow me. And as you know, this particular method will help you with your English fluency. And I will stop occasionally and review key vocabulary words to help you improve your vocabulary and comprehension. I hope you're ready for some learning and laughter. Let's dive into today's story. Samantha was driving home after a long day at work when she noticed a police car behind her. At first, she thought it was just another car on the road. But when it stayed close, but then it stayed close and did not pass. Her hands tightened on the wheel, and her heart started to beat faster. Now, when you consider Samantha in this situation, she can be described as fearful, nervous, apprehensive, someone that has butterflies in their stomach, which is a phrase we use to describe someone that is afraid. She probably had the jitters. Now, this is a very intimidating situation to encounter when someone is following you closely or a police car is following you very closely. That is very intimidating. Notice she tightened her hands on the wheel, letting us know that she's like, oh my gosh, I better not make a mistake. Oh my gosh, I am so scared. What is he gonna do? Probably a number of things was running through her head. So let's continue to find out what happened. She tried to remember if she had broken any traffic laws that day. Now, to break something means to damage a particular object, to cause hurt to someone. So I can break a dish, I can break a bowl, or someone can break your heart. Okay, so your heart is not literally broken, but figuratively, someone has caused you pain and sorrow. So to break a law or a traffic law, it simply means that someone has gone against the laws of the land. So where there's a stop sign, maybe she was thinking, did I stop or did I just go through the stop sign? When the speed limit was 35, she was thinking, was I going 55? So she was trying to remember if she broke any traffic laws. Let's continue. Had she gone too fast or maybe forgotten to signal? You say it. The longer the car followed, the more nervous she became. It's almost like someone staring at you, just, and you're like, what do you want? What's the problem? The longer they stare, the more you take issue with them staring. So, oh wow. Let's see what happens. I don't want to spoil it. Let's find out. Suddenly, the flashing red and blue lights came on. Samantha's stomach dropped, and she quickly pulled over to the side of the road. Now, when a person's stomach drops, it describes them as being very nervous, very afraid. So someone that rides a roller coaster, you may say, wow, my stomach really dropped, letting us know that it was a thrilling ride that made them nervous. Now, we also describe a pregnant woman who has a child in her womb. We say, wow, your stomach has dropped, indicating that you're going to have this baby pretty soon. So she was nervous. Her thoughts raced as she prepared to talk to the officer. So two people can race to see who's fastest. A car can race to see which one is fastest. But when your thoughts race, it describes you as doing a lot of thinking, pondering, wondering, trying to figure out a solution. When the officer stepped out of the car, she could barely breathe. But then he leaned down to her window and took off his sunglasses. It was her cousin Brian, smiling proudly in his new police uniform. I may have slapped Brian. Boy, you are scaring me. Now, she could have been arrested for hitting an officer, even though that was her relative, but I would have been like, that's not funny. We call that a prank. Surprise, he said, with a grin. So a small smile like, I gotcha. Happy to show off his career. Samantha laughed in shock and relief, realizing her run-in with the police was just a family prank. So when a person has a run-in with someone, okay, you can run into a wall, you can run into a fence, and that means to collide. But when you run into a person, that's a phrase that we use to describe you meeting someone. So she ran into Brian, or she met her cousin Brian, and he surprised her, or as I said in the story, he played a prank on her. So a prank is when someone plays a joke on you that embarrasses you or scares you. Well, I hope you have enjoyed today's lesson. Be sure to go back and practice shadowing me again to help strengthen your reading and your English fluency. As always, if you have enjoyed today's lesson, be sure to share it with a friend, and I have links down in the description of playlist of other English lessons that I am sure you will enjoy. Until next time, I hope you join me on my next English lesson.